step ahead of me. Oh, no. Oh, come on. You get an extra. Did you learn as an adult? Yes, as an adult. So, Paul Miller. You know Paul? He was a member here with his wife. Then he was a librarian at the HAU for 25 years. And then he and Caroline, he retired. Before they retired, he moved to Valley.
The little book, so it's the one that looks like the blue one. Not the blue one, the red or the green one. Yeah, just one. Yeah, do no rush. Just use it for the toy.
Maybe just before the lesson. I'm very good. Well, like kids, you know, like first picking stuff. Yeah, and right before the lesson, you think both are kids. That's why on Sunday mornings I have to rush home. I have to million. Oh, to get ready. You know, I hate to say it, but I sometimes make it. Years ago, you know what it is? He wants to. Sundays, 8 o'clock. Normally 7:30. Well, on Zoom with you, Carter. I find it really, you know, the verbiage, you know, I don't like what you're doing. I was at bar mitzvah this morning. My daughter's friend, closest friend's son. There were lots of people from that town and other places there.
Today, Rabbi Barbara Spire, who's a member here, but she's a rabbi at the VA. Because I'm a veteran, and I enjoy services so much so. Here at the VA, they stopped having the services this week because of the COVID outbreak. And there was a COVID outbreak at the hospital, and they started having services. So I go there and we talk for an hour. She's there, you know, she's still working. That surprised me. That really surprised me. That's that.
Safety over.
Again, we're going to do it again.
Yeah, apparently so. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you went. Anyway. Yeah, of course.
Then I went for a year.
Rabbi Spire, she's back at the VA.
I don't organize it, but I have to. I got the pressure of that. Because we all want
There are a reader here. I thought so.
It won't be an encore for this morning, but I can promise you that. A new piece, totally.
I didn't hear you this morning, though. I missed you. So I
repeat what I did this morning.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we have sort of a new parsha. New parsha. Yeah.
Classes are arriving. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, we're almost there. We should have a good crowd because of the Noah thing afterwards. We have a number of people coming for the 5:30.
As you know, I come for the food, not the food.
But they're coming too.
Food's good.
But we have about, we don't really have that much time to eat the food before we start, the thing, the reading.
The learning?
What?
The learning, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but this week there's no learning. This week it's Minha, the food, back from Mariv, and then Noah's going to lead us in think of it as Havdalah plus. So this week you won't be rushed.
You know, by the time you get your food, you're starting learning already. And
yeah.
My hands are, messy with food, and I don't want to touch anything because I'm going to get it all over.
I get it. Yeah. Some people would prefer it otherwise. Yeah, look at that, Minha. That's awesome. All right. We're going to get started. As a reminder, I'll explain in more detail in a little bit. Oh, thank you. I'll explain more when we head into Sudah Shlishit, but today we're going to do Shabbat Mincha. We'll pause to go eat some light dinner with Sudah Shlishit, and then we'll come back here for Mariv. And after Mariv, we'll go back to Hirsch Hall to end with a very special Havdalah with Noah Aronson, who's been our guest musician in residence all week. So it'll just be Mincha, eating, and Mariv. No extra learning in there. The learning's all taking place at Havdalah and beyond. Just this next hour together. We start on page 214 in Sidor Lev Shalem. We begin seated with Ashrei. Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, Ojelilucha Seva, Shem Shekacha Lo, Shem Shayu Havtim. Tehillah Adonai Berri, Vivarech Basar Shem Kocho Leolam Ba'ed, Vanachnu Nevarech Yamei Tavi Ad Olam, Hallelujah, U'alet Yago, V'takadosh Shevti Lot Yisrael, V'karazel Zev Yamar, Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melo Chalaretz Kevodo, V'tizaini ruach v'shmacharai kol rash gadol Baruch kevod Adonai mimekomot Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed Adonai Yiftechu b'cha Yudei Shemecha Ki lo azavta doreshecha Adonai Adonai chafetz l'man tziko Yagdil Torah v'yadir Yitgatav v'yitkata Shemei Rabbah Yamati rak yirtei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayichon u'b'yomeichon U'chayidecho b'Eretz Yisrael V'galar v'yisman kariv v'yimru amein V'yishemei Rabbah v'varach Le'olam olmei amayah Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnasei V'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha berichu Leila min kol birchata v'shirata Tush bechata v'nechamata Tamiram b'yama v'yimru Amen. We'll rise in a moment. We're on 218. Bani tefilati lecha Adonai yitratzon Elohim v'rochasecha Hineni b'emet yishecha Lehi binso Aharon Vayomer Moshe Kum Adonai v'yivuto yivecha V'yamitu v'zanecha mipanecha Yihition tifi Torah V'Adonai Yerushalayim V'rosh Hashanah Torah V'yamor Yisrael V'yikirushaton. Yishtachavu har kodesh ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Awesome, thank you. Alex, may I offer you an Aliyah to the Torah? Yeah, okay, wonderful. I'll give you the first Aliyah. Great. I already have a Gabbai Sheni, but will you do Hagba after? Okay. Okay, great. And you've got a built-in Golelet, right? Would that be all right? Will you wrap the Torah after? Yeah. Great. All right. I'll lift this. Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, that's good. All right. Ideally, yes. I should have brought one up. I'm sorry, but you can grab one there. Yeah. We're going to be reading in just a moment. Marshall will be reading for us from Parshat Va'era. So if you're following along in the Eitz Chaim book, we're on 374. And in just a moment, we'll call up our first joint aliyah to the Torah. And then we'll be on 374 in the readings. ותגלה ותראה מלכותו עלינו בזמן קרוב יחום פליטנותנו ופליטת עמו בית ישראל לכנו חסר רחמים ורצון ונאמר אמן הכל הבו גודל לאלוהינו תנו כבוד לתורה יעמוד אליהו בן אהליאב וחיה תעמוד טובה בת ברנדל ושפסל עלייה ראשונה ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו ויתמד ויהים אדוני
לכם חיים כולכם היום. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה. אמן.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe bo el Paro ki ani ichbati et libo v'et lev avadav leman shiti ototai elev b'kirbo ulman tisaper b'yoznei bincha uven bincha et asher hitalalti b'mitzrayim v'et ototai asher samti b'vam Vitatem ki ani Adonai vayavo Moshe v'Aaron el Paro vayomeru elav Koamar Adonai Elohei Ho'Ephraim Ad Matai Me'anta Le'ano Me'panai Shalachami Via Avduni.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam l'tach Eloheinu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yishar koach tamod. You can tell me your Hebrew name while you go get it. Chanavat Yitzchak v'Luma v'Aliyah Hashniha. We're now on verse 4 in just a moment for the second aliyah. They don't have the words for the blessing.
Right there. Listen to her first, right?
I know.
Baruch et Adonai hambarach.
Baruch Adonai barach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah. Got it.
Amen. Ki ima ena tela shalech et ami hineni mevi machar arbe bigulecha v'chisad ein haaretz v'lo yuchal erot et haaretz v'yachal et yeter hapleta ani sheret lachem in habarad v'yachal et kol ha'etz hatzomech lachem in hasadeh Umal uvatecha lavadecha uvatecha mitzrayim asher lo ra'u avotecha v'avot avotecha miyom hayom al ha'adama ad hayom hayom al ha'adama ad hayom hazeh vayifen vayitzeh me'im paro. What did I say?
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Yishar koach. Here, Andy, will you lend Gary your talit for
Absolutely.
the
It
aliyah?
would
Perfect.
be my honor.
Gary, remind me of your Hebrew name. Yamod Gershom ben Moshe v'Shoshana l'aliyah hashlishit. The third aliyah, it begins with verse 7 in just a moment. There you go. And the other side with Marshall. I know, it's very confusing. We flipped around.
Baruch Hu Adonai HaBarach.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barach rabbanim mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayamru avdei Pharaoh elav adiyami admatai yezelan lokesh shalach et onashim v'avdu et Adonai Elohehem aterem teda ki avada mitzrayim vayushav et Moshe et Haron el Paro vayamru alehem l'chu ivdu et Adonai Elohehem mi v'mi haolchim Vayomer Moshe b'norenu v'izkenenu nelech b'vanenu v'ivnotenu b'tzonenu v'ivkarenu nelech ki chag Adonai lanu Vayomer lehem yihichein Adonai imachem ka'asher ashalach etchem v'yetapachem re'u ki ra'a neged pnechem lochein l'chuna hagvarim v'ivdu et Adonai ki ota atam v'vakshim מבקשים ויגרש אותם מאת פני פרעה.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam natan Eloheinu Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Yamod Hamagbia Tamod Hagolelet. Please rise as we lift and wrap our Sefer Torah. The other side. Yeah. Okay. You want to be over there with Joey? There you go. Okay. You can sit right there. When you're done, you can sit right there. Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomecha meushar. Eitz Chaim hi lamachazikim ba v'tomecha meushar. Derech tartei noam v'chol netivotecha shalom. Derech tartei noam v'chol netivotecha shalom. Yain 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 Before we return the Torah to the ark, is there anyone who is marking an anniversary of a death? That's okay, we'll fix it. Is there anyone who's marking an anniversary of a death this week in particular? You have somebody, Rosa? Come on.
My sister-in-law died 8 years ago. January 11th, she died. Her daughter's birthday is January 12th.
So come forward and we'll say an Al Male for her. Okay. And do you know her Hebrew name? It's okay if not.
Eva, so Chava, I would say.
Chava, but, and do you know one of her parents' names?
Hannah, Yosef.
Hilmali rachamim shochein b'meromim amansei menucha nechona tachat kanfei hashchina v'malot kedoshim u'shorim kezor arikim v'asirim lenishmat Chava bat Chana v'Yosef shelcha le'olama v'gan eden tehei menuchata hanabal harachamim hastirei ha'beseter kenafech le'olamim utzror yitzror ha'chayim et nishmata Adonai unachalata v'tanuach v'shalom al mishkava v'nomar amen. Rosa, do you want to share one memory of your sister-in-law, just a particular story or aspect of her?
Okay, I was serving in the armed forces when my brother and Eva got married. Eva was born in Hungary. Her parents were Holocaust survivors. The mother was from Hungary. The father was from Czechoslovakia. I never got to meet Eva in person for the first 3 years of their marriage. The marriage lasted more than 40 years. When Eva died, she struggled with ovarian cancer for about the last 10 years of her life. Um, but she was a very, very nice sister-in-law.
May her memory continue to be for a blessing. Thank you for coming forward and recalling her today. Is there anybody else who is marking a yard site this week first in the room? Anyone here? If not, is there anybody who's on Zoom who's marking a yard site this week? We want to give you an opportunity. Okay, if not, then we're going to return the Torah to the Ark. We are on page 221 in Lev Shalem. Hallelujah, Shema Adonai, Ki niskav Shemo levado, Hodol eretz v'shamayim v'yarim keren le'amo, Teilah l'chol chasidav l'nei Yisrael, Am kerovo Hallelujah, LeDavid mismor, L'Adonai haaretz u'mlo'at v'yoshveva. Musei melech hakavod, Adonai tzvaot, Melech hakavod, Selah, Uvnucho yomai. Hashivinu Adonai elecha v'nashuva chadesh amenu kekedem. As the ark is closed, we turn to Chatzi Kaddish on page 222 in Lev Shalem. Yikatav yikadash merabah yamati v'rak yirtev yamlich machutei b'chayichon v'yamechon b'chayit u'chol beit Yisrael v'galav v'zman kariv imru amen Yishem yirabah mevarach li'olam u'me'omayha Yibarach v'shabach v'yitbar v'yishama v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal shemei l'kudesh haberich u'leila mincho berchata v'shirata v'shbechata v'nechamata damira be'alma v'imru amen. Mincha for Shabbat. The Amidah begins on page 223. It's recited while standing privately in a whisper. 223.
If you haven't yet completed your own private Amidah, please continue at your own pace. The repetition begins on page 223. You'll stay together with me, I hope, through page 225, through the Kedusha. At the end of the Kedusha on 225 with the blessing Ha'el HaKadosh. You can be seated. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Hayel HaGadol HaGibor v'Norah El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim, Tovim v'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot, U'Mevigu Alivnei v'Nehem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer Foked, U'Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, U'Foked Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Mitim HaTaraf Le'Oshiha, Vashiva Ruach Morid HaGashem, Michal Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayim Mitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somer Tovelim V'Ruch HaCholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mkayim Emunato L'Shnei Afar Michamocha Bal Kevurot, U'Mito Melach Melech Me'mit U'Mchayei U'Atzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Atah L'Chayot Mitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei HaMeitim. נקדיש את שמך בעולם כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב ביד נביאך, וקרס אל זה ואמר. קדוש 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך על הארץ כבודו, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו, ובדברי קודשך כתוב לאמור. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה, לדור ודור נגיד גולך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו, מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד, כי מלך גדול וקדוש אתה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. אתה אחד ושמך אחד, ומקיימך ישראל גוי אחד בארץ, תפארת גדולה, ועטרת ישועה, יום מנוחה ותושלמך נתת, אברהם יגל יצחק ירנן, יעקב ובניו ינוחו בו, מנוחת אהבה ודבה, מנוחת אמת ואמונה, מנוחת שלום ושלווה ושקט ובטח, מנוחה שלמה שאתה רוצה בך, יכירו בניך וידעו כי ביתך היא מנוחתם, ויום מנוחתם יקדישו את שמך, אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו, רצי במנוחתנו, קדשנו במצוותיך, ותנחלקן בתורתך, סבינו מטובך, ושמחנו בישועתך, וטהר ליבנו לעבדך באמת, הנחילנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה ורצון שבת קודשך, וינוחו בה ישראל, מקדשי שמך ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת, רצי אדוני אלוהינו בימך ישראל בתפילתם, וישבת עבודה לדביר ביתך, ותפילתם באהבה תקבל ברצון, ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך, ותחזינה עינינו, ושובך לציון ברחמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר שכינתו לציון, מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו. הטוב כי לא חלו רחמך, וימרחם כי לא תמו חסדיך. ועולם קיווינו לך, ועל כולם יתברך, ויתרומם שמך מלכנו תמיד לעולם ועד, בכל החיים יודוך סלע, והללו את שמך באמת, האל ישועתנו, עזרתנו סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך, ולך נאה להודות. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, ועל כל יושבי תבל תשים לעולם, כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום, וטוב בעיניך. לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת תמך שעה בשלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. Top of 230. צדקתך צדק לעולם, ותורתך האמת, וצדקתך אלוהים עד מרום, אשר עשית גדולות, אלוהים מכמוך, צדקתך כהרי הל, משפטיך תהום רבה, אדם ובהמה תושיע אדוני, Yitkadav, Yitkadash Merabah, Vilmati Vrach, Yirtevim Lichmachute Bechaychon, Vimechon, Vchayducho Beit Yisrael, Bagalav, Isman Karivim Ruamein, Yeshemi Rabah, Mevarach Lialam, Umil Maya, Yivarach, Vishabach, Vibar, Vishama, Vidnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalash, Medikudish, Shaberichu, Leila Minko, Berchata, Vishirata, Tushmecha, Tavenecha, Mata, Damiram, Beamavim Ruamein, Tikabat, Salajono, Jandacho, Yisrael, Kadama, Vondi, Vishmayavim Ruamein, Ishlama, Rabba, Min Shemaya, Vechim Aleinu, They'll call Israel Vimru Amen. Ose Shalom Bimramavu Yase Shalom Aleinu. They'll call Israel Vimru Amen. Remain standing 231. Aleinu Lishabei Hachladon Hakol. Latikadulat Separation Shalom. Kakatu v'toratach Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz Bayom ha'hu yihi Adonai echad u'shmo echad. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 232. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabba Be'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon v'yamechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabba mevarach le'alam u'lamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu. Leila minkol berchata v'shirata Tush b'chata v'nechamata, Tamiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Yasher koach again to Marshall for reading Torah for us. I'm so glad. I'm not sure that I'm on anyway. I'm so, after all that, I am so glad for the crowd that's gathered this evening. This evening, we are going to do things a little bit differently than we typically do at Mincha Mariv. Right now, I'm going to invite you to go into Hirsch Hall just down the hall here. We're going to eat. And after we eat, we're going to come back here and to do Mariv, our evening service, followed by a very special Havdalah Plus. We're counting that as our learning this evening. You can do a seudah that doesn't really have integrated learning, and it still counts as a third meal. You can also, by the way, have a third meal that really has learning and not food. You can ask me later which one I prefer. This time, we're going to go have that Seudah Shlishi just down the hall. I invite you to go down, take a plate, enjoy, and then we'll come back in here about 5:15 or 5:20 so that we can do Mariv in time for Noah to lead us out of Shabbat with Havdalah. That's at 7:30 in the ballroom. You can stick around, though.
They'll get to see for the evening services. This is our 1 year is, what is it?
Next Monday officially, not the day after tomorrow.
Next Monday is 1 year?
Yeah, we've been together.
Wow, that's
Hard to
very
believe.
exciting.
We're celebrating a day early on Sunday.
All right. Wait, can I guess what you're going to do?
Yes.
I'm guessing you're going to Disneyland.
Wrong.
Oh, man. I
We're
tried.
going to Aloha Steakhouse
Amazing.
in Ventura,
That's the way to do it.
right on the beach.
Thanks, Hector. You're looking, who is it Richard? Yeah. Is tonight the Mariv is here, right?
Yeah. So I see my brother.
Yeah. You can say hi.
Yeah, I was
Here.
just gonna say.
Your sister wants to say hi.
Hey, Rick, are you there? No camera.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yes. I wonder if. That's the whole page. Rabbi, that's the whole page, right there. It's like my sister in Chicago with my mom was going to be on, but they are.
Hey, Suze.
But my mom.
Hey, Suze.
Hey, Rick, I heard you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I couldn't get to my button there. I have to,
It's going to be another. We're gonna go eat first. It turns
Oh,
out.
we've been here since 4:30. I saw you roll in 5 minutes to 5. That's good.
You saw. I tried to come in where you could see me. I don't see mom. I don't see mom in here. Mom and Jude.
Where's Sin?
Cindy's not here yet. She's I guess coming with Blair. She must have known that it's a few minutes later. I thought She's the one who told me.
She just wanted to come to Marv. She didn't want to come to Mincha.
Correct.
Got it. Got
And
it.
I rolled in at the end of Mincha.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
So where are Judy and Mom? I don't see them here.
Well, they're probably just coming to Marv. I think they're enjoying the Sudashli sheet at home.
How are you? What's new?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Hey, Ricky.
Yeah,
We're on a microphone, but there's nobody. Well, there's one person in the room, but that's okay.
there was a chance to talk about Dad, but I couldn't get to my microphone quickly enough.
Oh, that's okay. There was a chance even.
Yeah, you're muted all the time,
Right.
So she said, okay, anybody on Zoom? Okay. Bam.
That was good.
Yeah.
We
Anyway.
get to do it'll be tomorrow Mincha that they'll ask again. Oh, where'd you go?
Yeah, you'll get tomorrow. Yeah, you'll get tomorrow. All right.
I haven't been here for Mincha Mar even.
Yeah.
What do you hear from Elliot? I texted him, but he didn't hear back.
Yeah, no response.
No response. Is he okay?
Yeah, no, I don't know. He says it's good, he says it's good.
Okay. Something to do. That's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, I don't know what he's doing exactly, but he's
We're being recorded. Are we being recorded? Is everyone in live stream listening to our chat?
Yeah.
It says custom live stream. Is it still going on? Are they recording us?
Yeah. They're still recording, I think.
I'll talk to you then when we're not recording.
Okay. All right, go enjoy
logs in later.
Enjoy this.
Everybody who hears us later.
Have the snack. Go enjoy the Sudashli sheet.
Okay. See you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
waiting for Mari. Okay, we're about to begin Mari in just a minute. I know my picture isn't on, but it will be.
All right, Richard's there.
I'll turn it a little so you can see when the camera goes on.
For a while,
Okay.
Richard and I were
Yeah.
talking, and then I said, Rick, I think that yes, in the live stream, it'll be saved forever.
Indeed, saved forever, but nothing is too terrible, I'm sure. Okay, we're on page 264.
We
We
need-
begin the evening service for the end of Shabbat.
והורחום יכפר אבם ולא ישחית וירבה להשיבה פה ולא יהיה כל חמתו אדוני הושיעך המלך יעננו ביום קראנו ברכו את אדוני המבורך ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד ומעביר יום ומבדיל לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה עיני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב הרבים אהבת עולם בישוע כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו, ובהם נגד יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. Adonai Elohechem emet. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות עושה פלא מלכותך ראו בניך בוקע ים לפני משה זה אלי אנו ויאמרו Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'nehemar ki fad Adonai et Yaakov, uga'alo mi'ad chazak mimenu, baruch ata Adonai, ga'al Yisroel. Ushmor tzeiteinu avoinu l'chaim l'shalom me'ata v'yad olam, baruch ata Adonai, shomer amo Yisroel lan. Adonai melech Adonai malach Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed ki hamachut shel hahi u'lemei timloch b'chavod ki ein lanu melech ela ata baruch ata Adonai hamelech b'kodo tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed b'yakol ma'asav yitgadal v'yitgadash mirabah B'yamad yivrach kirutei v'yamnich malchutei b'chayei echon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Bagadav Zman Karib Yimru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbam Mevorach Le'olam Olamei Amayaha Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpar V'yitroman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitala Shemei Kudish Abrecho Le'ela Min Kol Berchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Ta'amiran B'yama V'yimru Amen.
In the Lev Shalem Sidor, we're on page 270 for the whispered private Amidah for the end of Shabbat. If you're using any other Sidor with a regular weekday Mari, be sure to make those inclusions for the end of Shabbat. Again, page 270. If you haven't yet completed your own private Amidah, please continue at your own pace. We're in the middle of page 279, Chatzi Kaddish, after which you can be seated.
יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ויעמד דברה קריאותיה וימליך מלכותיה, בחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם מהמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה ברכו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בימה ויאמרו אמן. יקראני בניהו עמו אנוכי בצרה, אכלתהו ואחבהו, אורך ימין אשביעהו, והריהו בישועתי, אורך ימין אשביעהו, וארציהו בישועתי.
We turn back to page 216 in Lev Shalem to the second paragraph, the larger paragraph on the page.
ואתה קדוש 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 נצבא מלך הארץ כבודו. ותשייני רוח ושמע אחרי כל רעש גדול, ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אדוני מלכותי כאם לעולם ולמי עלמיה. ויבטחו בך יודעי שמך, כי לא עזבת דורשך אדוני, אדוני חפץ למען צדקו, יגדיל תורה ויאדיר.
We turn back to the pages for the Mariv service, page 280, Kaddish Shalem.
יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ביעמד דברה קריאותיה וימליך מלכותיה, בחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם מהמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה ברכו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בימה ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל סודכם ובטחון לכל ישראל קדם ובהון דיבי שמיה, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום בן רמיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עלינו לשבח אדון הכל. ינח לכל שחרים עומדים לפני מלככם. כי המלכות שלך היא לעולמי תמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר ויהיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Mourner's Kaddish is on page 282.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ביעמד דברה קריאותיה וימליך מלכותיה, בחייכון וביומכון וחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה ברכו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בימה ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום בן רמיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Amen. Yeshar Koach Ilan on leading us in Mariv. Today, Cindy and Sue and their family using Zoom are connecting over a sad memory. This is the 9th year saying Kaddish for their dad. And when I asked them if they'd like to share one memory or one story, they agreed that they nominated their brother if you were willing to unmute and share something and wanted to share something. So I see him on the screen. I'll give him a second and to let us know if you'd like to share something.
Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi.
There you go. Hello.
Hi. I don't have a lot, as you said. My dad's gone 9 years, and time went by very quickly. And I have to say, I continue to think about him certainly most days. And all of the 10 grandchildren are 9 years older, and I think he would have just been so proud of them. Many have graduated college in the interim, and the great grandchildren are now number 3, and during his lifetime numbered 0. So there have been a lot of changes, and I just miss him. Actually, miss him more as time goes by rather than less.
Thank you for sharing that emotion with us. And it's a familiar feeling to too many people that while someone is gone and their memory is frozen in time and also frozen in beauty, that life does go on. And we're so glad that we get to witness some of that beauty right here in this community, including those that great grandchildren spirit. And may his memory continue to be a blessing to you and to everyone who knew him, missing him more by the day. And we're so glad that we had a minute to acknowledge that. I'm going to turn from that to general announcements. This is weird. I'll turn that for a second. Thanks to everybody who is gathered here today. We'll say Shavua Tov in just a moment. It's almost time to do Havdalah, say hello to a new week. We're going to do that in a very special way. I said a version of this morning with those among those who are gathered with our guest artist in residence, Noah Aronson, but Shabbat can happen to us, or we can bring in Shabbat early. Shabbat's going to come no matter what, but we can welcome Shabbat even earlier by lighting candles, by moving into the Shabbat mode, by praying the service that brings in and welcomes Shabbat. And the same is true at the other end of Shabbat, but in the inverse. Shabbat is going to end, but we can also make a conscientious choice as individuals, and in the case of tonight, as a community, to end Shabbat. And not just to end Shabbat, but to escort Shabbat out. The image that we have on the one end of Shabbat is that we welcome the Sabbath Queen in doing Kabbalat Shabbat and in singing the songs of Kabbalat Shabbat, and we escort that queen, and that sometimes the image of the bride also enters as well. On the other end, we say that we are Melavei Malka, that we're escorting the Shabbat Queen out. And that's what we're going to do this evening with music. When we move in just a few moments down to Hirsch Hall, as we get down the hall a few doors, we'll be joining in a circle with Noah and also with his friend Noam, who's going to be on drum. And I'll say a few more words there about who Noah is and why we've welcomed him to the community. But I really hope that it's the case that you can stick around and say goodbye to Shabbat by escorting her out with all of us and with beautiful song. In addition to that, there is another exciting thing happening on campus this evening at 7:30 p.m. Up in the ballroom and the surrounding area. We're celebrating One LA and its work. It's a group of different religious organizations that bond together to work towards civic causes upon which they agree each year, a series of causes. And we are proudly a part of that One LA contingency. Our synagogue is one of the many member organizations. One of the things that they do as a part of this fundraiser, without a D, every year is that we have musical performances. And tonight is the inaugural musical performance of the newly-ish formed choir here at Temple Beth Am, so you don't want to miss their set. And there's also an incredible gospel choir and other things as well. So I encourage you, if you'd like to stick around or even come back after we finish up with Noah, that begins at 7:30 up in the ballroom. So when you're ready, go ahead and follow each other down the hallway. Take a seat. We may move some chairs a little bit closer into the center if they're not yet centered into circles, and then we'll say goodbye to Shabbat.
I'm so proud of him right now. So proud of him.
We're saying hi. No, they can unmute themselves.
Now what's going on?
Hi, Beck. Thank you.
Hey, Sin, looking good. Look how cute you guys are.
Bye, Jude. Bye, Sue. I don't know. We got presents.
They stop. You guys are in stop motion. We can hear you.
You can hear us?
Yeah, but we can't see. You're not moving. Mom's muted.